All right, guys, the final injury report of Week 12, Packers versus 49ers, just came out, which include 2 players out for the Green Bay Packers and a plethora of players out, very important players for the 49ers. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the final injury report, break it down for the Green Bay Packers, as well as take a look at the 49ers report. Go down and hit that subscribe button if you happen to be a new viewer here and want to stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers. You'll find it all here on this channel. So let's waste no more time and bring up the screen and first start with the 3 players with designations for the Packers on this week's injury report. First of which, Xzavier Alexander didn't practice all week. He is out. We saw that report yesterday that Xzavier did in fact suffer a PCL tear against the Jaguars a few weeks ago. That's why he was out versus the Lions. Of course, he had the additional week for the bye week, tried to return versus Chicago, and re-aggravated it. Now, LaFleur mentioned that the Packers aren't looking to injured reserve Xzavier Alexander, signaling that it would be an injury that's less than 4 weeks from this point. So obviously him being out of this game, I wouldn't expect him to also be available for the Dolphins game on Thanksgiving. I think the Packers may be eyeing a Xzavier return for the following Thursday night game against the Lions, and if not that game, the following week is a Sunday night football game against the Seattle Seahawks. Just a very unfortunate injury for Xzavier Alexander, who simply cannot stay healthy these past 2 seasons for the Green Bay Packers. Next on this list is also a very unfortunate one. I hate to see this. Edan Cooper, hamstring injury, hasn't participated the last 2 days. He is out. LaFleur mentioned he suffered this injury in Wednesday's practice. That's why he was listed as limited, because he likely missed the second half of practice after injuring that hamstring and hasn't practiced since. Now, Matt LaFleur says he doesn't expect it to be long-term, so I doubt they'd put him on IR as well. So kind of the same timetable as Xzavier. Maybe he has more of availability next week against the Dolphins, but then really we're looking ahead to the following Thursday against the Lions. Just very unfortunate for a rookie that just saw his most snaps the entire season and seemingly took over that starting role over Isaiah McDuffie. Now the Packers will turn back to Isaiah McDuffie, Eric Wilson, and maybe we'll see a little bit of Tyron Hopper here in Week 12. The final player with a designation on the Packers injury report is Colby Wooden. He is questionable. He was limited the first 2 days and a full participant today and is questionable. So considering he was full, I see him being available for this game. Everyone else on the injury report has no designation and they are ready to go for this game. Kenny Clark, Josh Jacobs, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, Rasheed Walker, and Evan Williams. Another very important thing to note, Jordan Love isn't even on this list anymore. He was a full participant all last week, played a full game against Chicago, ran the ball some, got hit some, and he's completely off the report. That is massive. Jordan Love is 100% healthy. Now to dive down into the 49ers injury report, and man, there's a lot to go over. There's been a lot happening with the 49ers on the injury front this entire week, and a lot of shockers. So first, we'll go out with all the players out. There are 6 of them. Linebacker Tatum Bethune is out with a knee injury. Nick Bosa is out with that hip/oblique injury. The 49ers pass rush is a completely different and way worse pass rush without Nick Bosa, so this is obviously huge for them. Wide receiver Jacob Cowing is out with a concussion. Kevin Givens, defensive tackle, is out with a groin injury. Charvarius Ward is out with a personal matter. More importantly, Brock Purdy is out with that right shoulder injury. We saw the news yesterday that he threw in practice a little bit, then checked himself out. Then we get the reports this morning that he had an MRI, and John Lynch was giving him, through the week to see if he was available. And in the case that he's not, Brandon Allen will be the starter. So the Packers will be playing against quarterback Brandon Allen. Now they also have Josh Dobbs on the roster, so he's the backup. So if Brandon Allen isn't what they're looking for, they could make the switch in this game. The 49ers are really, really banged up. We also see Trent Williams, questionable, didn't practice Wednesday and Thursday. They don't show today's practice, but I believe he did not participate in today's practice as well. He's played without practicing all week before. We also see George Kittle, no designation. He mentioned a couple days ago that he will be playing in this game, but the 49ers are really banged up. And if the Packers can't get a win here with Brandon Allen at quarterback, no Nick Bosa, no Charvarius Ward, then you should start ringing the alarm bells. I really wanted to play the 49ers at full strength and get a a valuable victory. A win is a win regardless, even with whatever injuries they have, and it will obviously, benefit the Green Bay Packers to get a win here, but I did want to play them full strength and hopefully get a win against them full strength. But at this rate, if we beat them, they'll be 5-6, and who knows if they'll make the playoffs at that point with all of these injuries. But don't want to look too far ahead. The Packers still have a very important game this weekend against the San Francisco 49ers, and I'm really confident that they can get it done. Appreciate you guys coming by to the video. Just wanted to update you with the final injury report here in Week 12. Again, go click subscribe if you happen to be a new viewer here. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.